Hi, welcome to the Creative Writing Study Group. We're live on YouTube for the first time, and I hope this goes well. It seems to be. It seems a little bit easier than the Facebook live event as well. I'm curious, though, to see how this comes out. You're welcome to write in the live chat, but I must admit, once we start doing the writing sprints, we will. I probably won't check the live chat until the 10-minute mark. But today I want to do something a little bit differently from the writing sprints that I was doing on Facebook. For those of you who have not been on the Facebook group, there's a few videos there on the writing sprints. It's the Creative Writing Study Group. I think the slash is Creative Writ, WRIT. That's how it was set up. I was not the original person who set it up. I set it up. I took it over later on. But I want to try something a little bit different that I did with at a workshop at a library once, and I was surprised. Hello, I guess I'm hoping that's Brielle. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see someone's watching. Okay, so what I want you to do is to get a piece of paper and draw a circle. You're gonna make a pie shape. So draw a circle and then half, quarter, and then eighths. So you're going to use that as part of this writing exercise. Of course, during the writing sprint, you can work on your own work, but I've always had people like this project. I'm going to give you a few seconds to get that piece of paper. You can always just number it 1 through 8 also, but this is how I was taught to do it, and this microphone doesn't want to stay in place. It keeps turning. There we go. That should work. Okay, so I'm hoping you have your piece of paper and you draw your pie. And now what I want you to do is to think of something from your past. Your childhood is probably a good one to start with. If anyone who knows me from the Facebook group knows that I am a big believer in you write what you know so you can write the fiction, because even in fiction, even if it's something fantasy, you are still writing about people, and people are the same in all the stories, and you're interpreting what's going on in the fantasy for people in reality to understand. So you need to be able to describe it. So this is an observation in your history to be able to capture it and to bring it forth with richness, clarity and richness. So think of an instance in your past, and I hope you have your pie. And I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I will give you 30 seconds to a minute to answer them. Let me bring up the timer. Let me set it for 1 minute, but some of them aren't going to take that long, I don't think. Who knows? Where's my questions? Here they are. Okay. Okay, so you have your incident or something. If you can't think of a particular incident, just think of a moment in your childhood, maybe in the house you grew up or the school you went to or a playground. Just think of you standing there. And now I want you to take a moment, 30 seconds, to write. Now, I don't want you to write a whole paragraph. Just list things that you think of. Write what you're seeing, right? Like, I see my sister, and or I see, with me, it's going to be my classmates because that's what's in my head right now, and the door to the school. Just list what you see. So take like 30 seconds to do that. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you a little bit more time. Oh, hello, Nora. It's nice to see you. I am doing this exercise that we do in I have done in a workshop, and you don't have to handwrite. You can type it in. Just put number one, and then write down what you think, and then put number two, and then write down what you think. This is the way I was taught it, so I'm just going by that way. So yeah, I didn't think of that. So yeah, just type it in. That's fine. Okay, so you took a minute and you wrote about what you are looking at. Now I want you to write down what is to the right of you. You may not be looking straight at it, but I think you get a sense of what's going on to the right. You can put the sounds you might hear or your peripheral vision of what is going to the right of you, or you might have just a sense of what's going on next to you in this memory. Really should be timing this so I know how long it's been taking. Okay, so those are the first two. Then what you're going to do is write what's to the left of you. I don't know if it's coming up left in the video, but this is my left hand, even though I do get them confused. But write what's to the left of you. And again, it may you do what's in your peripheral, or maybe you sense that something's there, or you glanced over at some point, or you actually know what's there. Just write down, and you can be descriptive, just words. You don't have to write a full sentence or anything. Okay, that was a minute. I didn't have much on to the left. It was a wall, I remember. Sandy colored wall, but bricks, sandy bricks. Anyway, so this one's going to be a little bit harder, and you're going to need to use your spidey senses, and maybe your try to remember what you're hearing. You may need to close your eyes, but what was going on behind you? Can you that one might take you a little bit longer to think about, but write what's behind you. Okay, that's a minute. Um, I have my other timer going off. I hope you didn't hear that. Sorry if you did. All right. So now what I want you to write is how you are feeling in that moment that you're um, the moment you are remembering. So what are you feeling? Happy, sad, nervous? It could obviously emotions are um, complex, so it could be more than one. Okay. Um, that one I had a lot more to write about than I realized. Um, okay. So the next question or the next pizza slice, where did, okay. Um, is there anything that you hear? What noises are you hearing in this? Is someone talking to you? Is there background noises? Everything that you hear either directly or what you're zoning in on and the background noise. Okay, so what do you hear? Oh, God, that was a minute. I had a lot to write. All right, so the next question. Um, okay, so how are you interacting with the environment and the people within it? If there are people, if not, it could be just the environment. How are you interacting with them? Okay, last question. The last question is so I have down here, what do you smell? And that one's a tough one. So, what I'm going to say is use your other senses. And what is it that you smell or touch or feel, physically feel instead of emotionally, um, at this point in time? And go. Oh, okay. I actually came to a point where I know what happened right afterwards because of this exercise. All right. So, for the next 10 minutes or 20 minutes, is our writing sprint. You can take all that information. Here's my thing filled out. You can take all that information and create that scene and write about that scene. And now you have the richness of what was going on around you, and the emotions from the inside, the feelings inside and out, physically and emotionally, to get you writing lots. So this is going to go over the 30 minutes because I did this writing exercise, but I hope this helped to give you a richness in your writing. And if it did, let me know, because I want to. I like the feedback. I live on the feedback. I hate to say it, and like, okay, I am going in the right direction. So. So here you can write about it, or you can work on your own book or do free writing. If you didn't like it, that's fine too. And I will set the timer for 10 minutes, and I will 20 minutes, but I'll let you know in 10 minutes, at the halfway point. So go. If you haven't guessed, I'm going to type it in now instead of write. Oh, that's a 10-minute mark. It's actually you have 9 minutes, 30 seconds. I've got 309 words in. Um, Hi, Aubrey. You're welcome. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, okay. That's a 20-minute mark. Oh, let me shut that off. Okay. So I hope that had helped you to create a writing. Let me see how many words I ended up with. 568. Wow, that's pretty good for 20 minutes for me. I hope that helped. 318 words. Great, Nora. Um, and yeah, there's something about that exercise that helps you to the writing just flows once you set up what you're going to do. And I haven't yet to I had done it when I got stuck, on a fictional character, and I put them in a scene, and I did similar questions, and for me the pie chart, and it allowed me to create a world and a situation around that person in order to um, get some richness in this story that I was struggling with. So I hope that helps. I believe this is my first time on the YouTube live. I believe this is going to be saved in the on the channel, the Creative Writing Study Group channel. And so you can go back to this and try it again. You can use it for your fictional characters. Yeah. So if you liked this, please subscribe to the channel. I would say share this, but again, this is my first time doing this, so I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work. But please subscribe, because we're trying to reach that 1,000 subscriber mark to keep this channel going. And I will be back tomorrow to bring you another exercise or writing prompt. It depends. Usually I decide on my run. So 12:30 tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for joining, and I will see you next time. I'm just responding to some of the yay, Aubrey. Wow, I'm glad this really worked. That this is one of my favorite exercises. I'm glad it worked for everyone. Okay.